And now, a dramatic reading from our own Richie Flores.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car. So come on, let's ride. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita is all I need. A little bit of Tina is what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. And welcome to the 1 hour, 1 brain cell podcast. Open now. Welcome back, everybody. It is episode number 8 of 1 hour, 1 brain cell. Jordan has returned from the depths of the red light district.
Oh my god! I can't believe you just Lou Bega'd us and then put me in the red light district.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's another terrific episode of 1 hour, 1 brain cell. You can follow us wherever you get your shows, podcasts, at OHOBC Pod, X, Instagram, TikTok. Had a couple things go viral over the past couple weeks, so thank you for giving us a watch. And as always, I am joined by my co-host Jordan, who in high school was voted most likely to enjoy pineapple on her pizza.
Honestly, that's true. I will allow that senior superlative, and I do. I'm joined today by the Prince of Pepperoni, the champion of cheese, the Sultan of sausage, the Duke of deep dish himself, Richie Flores. Fantastic introduction, by the way.
Thank you very much. Fantastic. I like being called the Prince of Pepperoni. It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off? The Sausage King of Philadelphia? That's what I feel like today.
Sausage King of Philadelphia. That's fantastic. You should lean into that.
Today I'm going to be the Sausage King of Phoenix because we are going to get into pizza today. That's our one topic on this particular episode. And the reason why is because last week after our fine program, Jordan and I got into an all-out brawl several thousand miles away because we had a massive disagreement about how one is supposed to cook frozen pizza. Now,
yeah, I'll have you know. No. I'll have you know. I'm going to defend myself here. I'll have you know that Richie waited to drop this bomb on me until we were off the air, until we were done recording. So I wish that you could get the full magnitude of my reaction to this injustice. So I'm going to let him explain it, but I want you to know that I was outraged.
Yes. So Jordan and I combined, I think, have the highest rate of pizza per 60 in the entire country. First of all, truly just pizza nonstop. I bought 2 pizzas today in my freezer. Going to make one after the show today for my dinner. Jordan obviously knocking back some pepperoni right now. But here's the disagreement here. Now, if you look on the back of any pizza box, it will tell you that you're supposed to preheat your oven, whether that's to 400 degrees, 425, to get the oven up to snuff.
Right.
Now, this is a normal thing for most people. However, Jordan, when I told you that I do not preheat my oven, you absolutely lost it.
Yes. Why are you not a normal person? Why can't you just preheat your oven?
Because it's a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time. It's a food safety thing.
It takes 10 minutes to
It's a food safety thing to preheat your oven.
I know it's not because
yes, it is.
I have
want
not.
me to explain
yes, go
this
ahead,
to you?
please.
It's the same reason that you can't leave like you're not supposed to take it out of the freezer. Like I'm guilty of this, okay? But you're not supposed to take it out of the freezer while your oven is preheating and let it sit on the counter because the longer your food starts to come to room temperature when it's been flash frozen or refrigerated or whatever it may be, the more likely it is to harbor bacteria and give you a foodborne illness. So the same thing with preheating your oven is that I'm sorry, I feel really passionately about this subject. But the same thing with preheating your oven is that if you let it sit in there at a temperature that's not where it's supposed to be cooked at, it's just kind of slowly warming to room temperature. And then eventually it gets to where it's supposed to be, but it just adds to your cooking. Like just preheat your dang oven.
No, I'm a man. I'm a man that is very generous with my time, and I can't afford to sit around and wait 10 minutes for my oven to preheat. I ain't got
Richard,
time for that.
it's 10 minutes.
That's 10 precious minutes that I could already be eating my pizza
We're
because
already 6 minutes into this podcast and we haven't really made a point yet, but you know, you could blow 6 minutes on this, but you can't throw another four at preheating your oven so that your food cooks at a safe temperature?
absolutely not. No, because it's
Priorities.
that. So if you preheat your oven, it takes about 10 minutes, and then you put it in the pizza for another 15. So it's 25 minutes from start to
Okay,
finish.
well, how long are you cooking your pizza if you're not preheating it? Are you just putting it in there and setting a timer for
Takes this
15 minutes?
takes the same amount of time. I did that last week. Put it in there, didn't preheat it, and it was done in less than 20 minutes, and it was perfect. Maybe I just have the immune system of like I don't know, an Adonis or something.
Of
Because
patient zero. Yeah, of foodborne illness patient zero. Yes, you do. When you get E. coli, do not call me. I will not help you.
I did not. Why does it say that on the back of the box?
What do you mean, why doesn't it say that on the back of the
I mean, it
box?
says they're preheat, but it doesn't say why on the back of the box.
I'm pretty sure it does. You know what? I have a frozen pizza in my freezer right now. Stay put.
All right, cool. All right, while Jordan goes to go get the prop, I will once again state that this is crazy. We're going to put out a poll about this on the internet this week so y'all can vote and you can choose me because everybody knows that preheating your oven is a waste of time.
No, bestie. It says on the back of the box, this is the don't forget instructions right here.
Yeah.
This is not product placement, by the way. I'm not sponsored, but if you want to, I do like your frozen pizza. But it says, for food safety and quality, cook until the internal temperature is 160 degrees Fahrenheit before eating. I don't check that. 2, do not thaw pizza. 3, take pizza out of the box and wrapper before cooking. 4, cooking times may vary. 5, refrigerate or discard any unused portion.
See,
It says right there for food safety and quality.
So what? Okay, read that sentence. Read that exact sentence again.
For
Where does it
food
say?
Safety.
Yes.
For food safety and quality, cook until the internal temperature is 160 before eating. Do not thaw pizza.
Yes.
For food safety.
Yes, that's what I do. I cook it until it's proper temperature.
Yeah, do you put a food thermometer in it?
No. But you can tell.
Oh my god. Yeah, like you burnt yours to a charcoal briquette the other day. That's probably cooked.
Oh, you don't
You
have
could
any
use it to
visual
start a
evidence.
fire.
You do not have any visual evidence of that, do you?
Oh, I for sure do. I'll just put it on the Twitter. I have it. It's in a text message you sent me. The edges are black.
What's the saying? No biscuit, no basket. No, that's not what it is. It's
innocent until proven guilty.
And yes, but yeah, if there's no evidence, then it didn't happen. So
okay, whatever.
And the people who are watching us right now, watching this episode right now, have no evidence that actually happened. So you can just
you're stressing me out. I'm gonna put it on the Twitter,
making things up.
And then I'm gonna go put my pizza back in the freezer where it belongs, so that it doesn't thaw for food safety.
Yes. Side note: Red Baron, delicious. We're gonna get into this here in just a moment. We're gonna talk about our favorite frozen pizzas. And Red Baron is absolutely 110% my go-to pretty much every time. Like it's like one of the cheapest ones you can get. and it is like the perfect combination of sauce and cheese and toppings.
There's a lot of varieties of it too, which I find is important when choosing a freezer pizza.
That's true.
Like
Yes, there's
you can get the
yeah.
little like singles, which are good if you're like feeling just a little personal pizza. You can get a big one. I saw one today that was, I don't know what brand it is. It might have been DiGiorno, but it was like a Detroit style, like in the pan, square cut, deep dish. Like, you got some variety there.
Yeah, so Red Baron's I love Red Baron because it's like I one of the things I do not like about frozen pizza, calling you out, DiGiorno, too much sauce. Like if you have too much sauce in your
Yeah.
pizza, I can't do it because you take one bite of it and it's piping hot and it burns your tongue every time. So Red Baron's perfect for that. You just let it cool off for like 2 minutes, boom, and it's ready to go.
Yeah. You can let it cool for less than 2 minutes if you don't mind sacrificing all the skin on the roof of your mouth. Like, I'll be
Don't
honest,
lie.
I've been
We've
there.
all done
I've
that.
been there.
We've all done
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not waiting for that to cool. That you're lucky if you're trying to share a frozen pizza with me, you're gonna be lucky that I don't take the whole 10 to 12-inch pie, fold it in half, rip it with my bare hands, and hand you approximately half as I shove the rest of it straight into my mouth. Like, I'm not waiting for that to cool down. There's not a chance.
See, now if you did not preheat your oven, then you could get to the pizza quicker, which is very important.
But it's at an unsafe internal temperature for eating. I'm not trying to give my guests E. coli, or myself E. coli for that matter. I'm a good host.
I haven't gotten it yet, so
Yeah, you better knock on the nearest wood object.
oh, there we go.
He's got one. All right, word.
All right, so pizza. Yes, pizza is the topic. Jordan and I will never agree on the preheating topic ever.
No,
I don't think I
no,
will ever convince her otherwise.
nope. And
So
I'm not letting you cook a pizza for me ever either, because now I know what happens back there. Your kitchen fails health inspection.
yeah, you might be right about that. I'm not known for being a chef, for goodness sakes. I'm more of a barista, as we found out prior to the show.
Richie was in the background with his espresso maker, like ASMR coffee shop. Like I was hearing all these like spoons clanking together, and like I was just expecting like the milk frother that goes like shh, like with the hot steam.
Not quite that. Not quite that
Not
much.
quite.
I didn't have cold brew, so I had to make it with an espresso thing.
Mm.
Delicious. You go chocolate syrup, and then you make the espresso. I make two shots,
Okay.
and you espresso, and it kind of like helps melt the chocolate syrup, right? The Torani
Okay.
chocolate syrup, and then
Okay.
that's that part, right? And then you make your chocolate milk, all right,
Well,
and
chalky
then
milk. Okay.
you mix them together over ice. Genius, so good.
All right. Would you like some coffee with your chocolate milk, or just the chocolate milk then?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Hey, it's two shots. That's like 50. That's 100 milligrams of caffeine with your milk. So
Yeah. All right. Approximation. So caffeinated chocolate milk. Got it.
caffeinated chocolate milk, and it's delicious. And if you can't tell, it's working wonderfully on this episode.
He's charged. Richie is jacked up.
Unlike you from a couple episodes ago on the Chargers lemonade, but with coffee.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was I don't know if we're ever going to come back from that one. That was a level I may not attain ever again. By the
No
way,
sunglasses for me. Yes, go ahead.
would the what are you currently drinking? Is that still your coffee?
Yeah.
No. Okay. I was like, what's the extra cup there?
Oh, what I have?
The like the the thermos or whatever that you have. I was like, what is that? I was trying to figure out. Yeah, that. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's a little Keurig thermos. Okay, I was like, what
Yes.
is that item? I don't know. I'm behind. Maybe I need some caffeine to catch up.
I saw you had a Red Bull on you earlier, but you didn't open it yet. But it's
Oh no,
also
it was finished. It was
oh, you
done. It
did
was empty.
you did open okay.
Yeah, there's nothing left, and apparently it didn't work because I'm
You
not
ain't s-
awake yet. So
you were not sleeping tonight, homie.
I'm gonna be fine. Don't even worry about it. Worry about yourself. Come on, stay in your lane.
All
Sleep with
right,
one eye open.
back on track, everybody. Back on track. I remember when I was able to do that when I was younger and I could drink all the caffeine in the world at like midnight and still fall asleep an hour late.
Did I ever tell you about the first time I had a Bang energy drink?
I don't think so.
I think I went to sleep for like 5 or 6 hours in the middle of the day immediately afterward because it was such a caffeine overload that like my system didn't know what to do with it. And I was like supposed to be finishing a project or something. And I had one of these in the middle of the day because I was like, I'll just drink this. I need to stay awake. And I like fully shut down in the middle of the day and just went out dead to the world. I woke up and I was like, well, I didn't do the thing that I was supposed to do. And now I'm just wired.
Oops.
Yeah, that didn't work so good.
Oops. All right, back on topic. Back to the pizza stuff. So let's see. We um Red Baron is that your go-to normally, or do you like venture off to other ones depending on your mood?
Normally I think there was one that my roommate and I used to like in college that was like a traditional pan like dish style one. I don't think they make it anymore, or if they do, they don't carry it at my grocery store. I also remember the serving size for that being like 1/6 of a pizza, and we finished that thing off every single time we ate it. So like all I'm saying is we were doing more than the recommended calorie intake, but that doesn't mean that you can't. A serving size is just a suggestion.
That's the truth, dude. Especially with Red Baron, like it's because they're usually like the ones I usually get are the thin ones, like the
Yeah.
one you were just eating earlier in the show,
Yeah.
and the thin ones, and like you can just plow through an entire full large pizza like that in one
You can.
sitting.
Thin crust just disappears. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that's like I
Yeah,
said,
I
that's
would
it.
I would agree with that.
Red Baron usually my go-to
Mhm.
as well. I don't usually stray too far. However, I was feeling a little nifty earlier today when I went to Target, and I was like, I'm feeling some different vibes tonight. I'm feeling a chicken pizza.
A little 30, flirty, and thriving.
Sure, yes, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Sure.
We'll go with
All
that.
right.
Close
Yep.
enough. Close enough.
Frisky and fun.
So I decided to go with the chicken pizza, and Target not sponsoring this podcast, although they should. They had a sale on California Pizza Kitchen pizzas, and they had a barbecue chicken pizza, which is quite good.
Okay.
And although, however, a little bit smaller than like a Red Baron pizza, so it's not as like filling,
Okay.
but still delicious. That's going to be
Mhm.
my dinner tonight. So I'll venture off once in a while, and I will get something other than Red Baron. However, Red Baron's usually the go-to. It's the cheapest, and I've never had a bad experience with it. The thin crust is great. The regular crust is great. Just top notch.
Apparently it's safe to eat while not preheating your oven, so
It is. You know what we should do? We should email the folks at Red Baron,
no.
and we
No.
should ask them. Yeah,
What are you gonna ask them? What happens when you don't preheat your oven?
yeah. Like, is it okay to not preheat the oven before putting your pizza in there?
I kind of want you to do that and just see what happens.
I'm gonna get
Like if you
like
get a
a
hold if you get a hold of somebody on their customer service side, this dude's gonna be the support person's gonna be reading this email like, what the hell? What do you mean you don't preheat the oven? I'm like, what? They're gonna call over everybody else from the department that's like, hey, get HR over here because this is a human rights violation.
I'm expecting if I did do that, I'd get like a 5-page thesis from the
You
legal
you
department.
would get a cease and desist if you did that.
Sir, stop. You know, what'd be funny though is if that email that I sent then went viral and it wound up on like on one of the late night shows or something, or like went viral on Reddit or something. Like dopey dope person emails Red Baron asking why he can't preheat his oven.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a chance. You never know what's going to go viral. You never know.
All right, what about chain pizzas? Do you have your
Hmm.
go-to chain pizzas? I think I know your answer.
Yeah, the closest one to me currently is a Domino's. And I do want to say I commend Domino's for this cuz they have their like delivery assurance thing where like if it's ready later than the promised time or it arrives later than the promised time or whatever. What is that you're drinking? Is that a second beverage?
Yeah,
Bingo
yeah.
board.
Stop it. No. All right. I'm gonna change it up here. We're gonna go let's see. We're gonna here we go. We're gonna go JB running across stage for the sounder this week.
Bingo board. That derailed my train of thought anyway.
20 minutes into the show before I got it.
I would have had a couple of more in my defense, but we already crossed them off last week, so.
Mm. Are
Yeah,
we close?
the
Are we
closest
close?
one. Are we close? Oh yeah, you got one more on that row before I get you. I'm gonna keep my head right here so that you can't see and block it. Um. Anyway, yeah,
You
that
were
derailed
talking
my
about
train of thought.
Domino's free pizza
Yeah,
assurance. Yes.
yeah, like if it's ready later than when it's promised or it shows up later than whatever time you like scheduled your delivery or something, they'll give you a free pizza. Even if it's like literally 1 minute later, which has happened to me. The dude showed up 1 minute late. 1 minute late. The delivery person was one singular minute late and they were in my email like, "Hey, that delivery wasn't exactly what we hoped. Like, here's some points for a free pizza." And I was like, "No, you're a minute late. I do not care. Like it is what it is. If you're like a half hour late, 45 minutes late, sure, that makes sense. That's I mean, honesty is the best policy, I suppose, but that's feels a little excessive, but I appreciate you at Domino's. How about you? What's your choice?
It changes all the time. I don't really have super duper favorite. However, I will
He's
shout
rogue.
out.
He's not loyal. He's rogue.
Yeah, no, no. I'm first. I am lucky now. I have three different pizza places within like a 2 minute drive of my apartment, which is great. And they're all like different levels, right? Of pizza-ness. So we have
Pizza-ness. Great
we
term.
have Little Caesars, which is like generally the cheapest and generally pretty decent, like for the price. Like I think they've gotten better over
Mhm.
the course of over the years.
Mhm.
Then we have a Domino's that just opened within the last month or so, which is cool. I have their emergency pizza still, which I might use coming up for the Super Bowl. And I'll get like what I'll do, smart person. I'm gonna get the pizza on Saturday, but I am not going to eat any of the pizza until Sunday. And then it's a cold pizza for the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is going to be unwatchable this year. But I'll
You're
digress.
buying an entire pizza just to put it in the fridge and then eat it cold the next day.
Yeah, have you never done that?
No, because pizza is meant to be enjoyed like fresh, made like not talking about the kind that comes from your freezer.
Right.
At least some of a pizza, if you're paying to get it delivered, it is meant to be enjoyed fresh, hot, out of the oven,
Well,
ready to
yes,
go.
yes, I tend to agree. Absolutely, that's what it's meant to do. Yes.
What you're talking about is treason. Getting an entire getting an entire pizza and then putting it in your oven with the intention of not warming it up but eating it straight cold the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, I did
That
that
is
2 weeks. I did that a
that
couple
is
weeks ago. Domino's had
banned
a
by the
deal.
Geneva Convention.
Domino's had a great deal where it was like two pizzas. They were like $6.99 each. I had
No,
um
I'm not talking about a two deal. That's fine. Like one for now, one for later cuz you have the intent to eat at least part of one hot
oh,
when it arrives.
you're talking about if I just literally bought the one pizza with no
Correct. If you
intention of
just
eating
use
it.
your one emergency pizza with the intention of putting it straight in the fridge, jail. Straight to jail. Sleep with one eye open.
Do you have your red flag available for that
Yeah,
one?
I do, you know? I do. I got it. And I'm gonna wave it. That's a red flag. that's irredeemable.
The Jordan, the pizza aficionado over here, is just not liking me at all today.
I'm the pizza czar. We're not doing that. That's actually probably illegal somewhere.
So Domino's is next to me, so that's solid delivery. They've been around for a while, and then I right next, like within walking distance of me, I have a Barro's Pizza, which is like elite level pizza, but
I do like that.
it's also really really expensive, which is
Yeah.
I don't get it very
In
often.
comparison. In
But it's
comparison it is, yeah.
yes, but it's very delicious. So I get it
Mhm.
like I'll get it once in a while. In fact, I will go like over there once in a while and I'll get like a slice or two, whatever, and
Yeah,
then
I do like that they do
lunch.
slices. I think that
Mhm.
more pizza places should do slices. Like I'm in a college town, so places do slices, but like in general, you should. Like just in New York, you can walk anywhere and get a slice anywhere.
Mhm.
Just you don't have to buy the whole thing. I love that. Just sell it by the slice.
So yeah, so I have those three nearby, and I waffle back and forth. If I do some like ordered pizza, which I don't do very often, because I'll just do the frozen pizza first
Yeah.
because it's cheaper and will last. I can make it last. So those are my power rankings.
All right.
What ones are like the big national chains, right? Papa John's trash.
Pizza Hut? I
Pizza
don't
Hut.
know. I haven't had Pizza Hut in a long time because there used to be one by my parents' house, but then it closed, and so we haven't even had it in a long, long time. It was
Pizza.
it was next to a nail salon, and it always kind of smelled like nail salon fumes inside the Pizza Hut, and it was like weirdly comforting and like home. Anyway, that's just my brain damage. But anyway,
Pizza. We used to eat Pizza Hut all the time because my former
what
roommate
is it?
Kat used to.
It's the Lord song that's like stoned at the nail salon, but it's like Pizza Hut at the nail salon. Can we get the remix?
Pizza Hut, the nail salon. Jeez. But yes, we used to eat Pizza Hut quite often. Their wings are good. I'll give them credit for that. I actually like their
Okay.
wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so you have Papa John's. We have Papa John's trash, Pizza Hut.
We talked
Okay.
about talked a little bit about Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars, like I said.
That's an affordable option. It's fine.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
you get what you pay for. You know what you're expecting. No surprises.
Yep. Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think if I'm missing any other ones.
Mm,
I don't think so. I think
Not
so.
that I can think of.
Oh, but I will actually. I'm going to shout out one more place, but it's a local place here in Phoenix. But
Mhm.
it's great. It's great pizza. Been known to house an entire pizza in one sitting. Um, Place called Hanny's, downtown Phoenix.
I know the
And
one. Is that the one with
yes,
the really creepy cellar?
yes,
Yes. I've
yes,
been there. I've been there because I went to school on that campus.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
One of my favorite spots.
Mhm.
We go there all the time, and their pizzas are top notch. They have a hot
Oh,
pepperoni hot honey pizza. I think it
yes.
is.
Mhm. Yep.
That is just like oh dude, oh, I kind of want one right now, to be honest.
That is so fire.
That was actually that's where I went last year for my birthday. Might do that again this year.
Yeah.
Made the mistake
Well,
last year. Made the mistake last year though of going there on my birthday, which was also the same like weekend prior to the Super Bowl.
mhm.
Bad idea. It was a mess down there. So thankfully the Super Bowl is not in Phoenix this year, so downtown Phoenix is not going to be a complete disaster.
Well, who knows, but fingers crossed.
All right, what else we got here? We got let's get into our memes. Some terrific pizza memes we have
We
on the
did.
show
We
for you, ladies and
we
gentlemen.
collected just a slice of the internet, if you will. A pizza our minds.
All right, let's begin with maybe one of the all-time greatest pizza videos ever. We go to the city of New York, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to us, this is Pizza Rat, ladies and gentlemen. Pizza Rat. Classic.
I forgot about the noise that Master Splinter over here makes when it jumps off the stairs. It's like a full rat body hitting the subway platform, but like just trying to I respect this rat embodies the spirit of New York, just the grit and tenacity and drive and dedication of a New Yorker because it's trying to carry this slice, which is at least 1.5 times the size of its body, down the subway stairs and will not be deterred. It is committed to this feat. And I for one just really hope that the rat got home with that piece of pizza because it earned it.
I know. I don't know if we ever found out. I don't know if he just left a slice there on the stairs.
Like
Or
I would not worth eating at that point, but
weren't the memes at the time like, oh, he's taking it home to the turtles?
yeah, it was like Master Splinter, taking it home to feed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that's too good. That's cartoon leaking over into real life.
So that's our first one. Classic.
Mhm.
One of the
Love it.
greatest of all time in internet history.
Love it.
The second one, also just as good. We go to Fenway Park for this one. Way, way back in the time machine. You're going to hear Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy on the call. That is the infamous pizza throwing incident, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.
Twin innings, we did some investigative reporting on who and what was thrown at that gentleman, and that gentleman has been ejected, but it was an ugly, ugly sight. And I don't know why it was necessary. Now watch. I can't circle. I don't have my telestrator today, but here comes a pizza. See it? Oh, jeez.
Highly unnecessary.
Guy with the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Here it comes.
Beer all over. And here comes
Some pizza.
I wonder why did he do that? Because he thought he was interfering with a play? I mean, it seemed totally unnecessary.
I think they said it best there that he was ejected for ruining a perfectly good slice. But like Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy are absolute gifts to the broadcasting world. Like I am so fortunate that I get Orsillo on my commentary team now, but those two together were so funny. If you're having a bad day and you need to make it better, just go look up on YouTube some of the old Orsillo and Remy clips from when they were at NESN together. But it is, I think this leaks over into my dreams, but it's like the cadence, the delivery, it's Orsillo cackling in the background because Don can't handle it, but it's the here comes the pizza. It's the delivery of that line that is just a gift to us all.
One of my favorite bits of that video is Orsillo cackling, and I think it's very pizza.
The pizza. He's in the background. Like I'm surprised and he probably did. Like went on mute, had to lean back from the microphone so that it was There's just absolute silence from the other end because he can't compose himself long enough to add to the discussion. It's too good. It has to be now and forever. Here comes the pizza.
Let's watch it together one more time, just for fun.
Twin innings, we did some investigative reporting on who and what was thrown at that gentleman, and that gentleman has been ejected, but it was an ugly, ugly sight. And I don't know why it was necessary. Now watch. I can't circle. I don't have my telestrator today, but here comes a pizza. See it? Oh, jeez.
Highly unnecessary.
Guy with the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza. So let's get beer all over. And here comes
Some pizza.
I wonder why did he do that? Because he thought he was interfering with a play? I mean, it seemed totally unnecessary.
It's for turning the sentence "here comes the pizza" into one single word in one breath. It's perfect. Nothing will ever top that. I'm sorry.
I was on mute. Sorry about that. Yes, I agree. It's nothing will happen like that ever again. Shout out Don Orsillo. He's one of my favorite play-by-play guys in the entirety of Major League Baseball. And the fact that he isn't given like more national games is sad because he deserves it. I think he's one of the best. He's like one of the three top 5 in all of Major League Baseball for me.
I might be biased, but I have to agree with that. So
I'd see if I can do this off the top of my head in terms of like favorite baseball announcers. All right, here we Brian Anderson with TBS. I think he's my 1 seed.
all right.
Terrific. Bob Costas does not make the list. Screw him. Okay. One of my favorite broadcasters of all time, Bob. I know. One of my idols. Reason why I got into the journalism, sports broadcasting business, Bob Costas, but he's not a play-by-play guy anymore.
All right.
Not a play-by-play guy. I'd go, let's see who else we got. We got Joe Davis. I think Joe Davis is good with Fox. Calls the World Series.
Fine. Yeah, I guess. Fine. Look, my list is just like put everybody on top that's not willing to just talk about the Dodgers the whole time, and that's a fantastic list for me.
I know Maine does a great job on Fox as well. He called a lot of the postseason games for Fox. He's great. Boog Zombie's great. I think he does the Cubs now. A couple others. And Don Orsillo is like right at the top of the list for me. So
I'm gonna start naming Padres broadcasters if you just allow me to have the microphone on this discussion any longer.
You're not talking about old school when they used to have oh gosh, what's his name? Dang it, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Oh, Dickenberg. Dickenberg did the Padres games for a long time. Jordan's like biting her lips, like, can we move on? We move on. We move on.
No,
all right, I'm gonna
fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna hand the mic over to you for our last 2 topics here on the pizza stuff because these were your notes here.
Yes. Okay.
Spider-Man video game pizza delivery missions.
Are you how familiar are you with the old Spider-Man PlayStation video games?
I remember playing like the original like Spider-Man game on PC, and that was like late 90s maybe.
So one of my very first video games, because the PlayStation 2 that we owned, it was originally my dad's, I think, and we had Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 2, the gesture, and Tobey Maguire did the voice acting for the Spider-Man 2 game, and the graphics are so horrifying, like looking back at it now. But at the time, it was like God's gift to video games. There was like a narrator the whole time, like doing all your actions and your voiceover. Like the tutorial, if you look it up, is like still all of it is so fun to this day. But there was an in-game mechanic where you could earn like Spidey coins or something by doing various missions, and some of these were like, superhero activities, but one of them was delivering pizza, and you had to like deliver pizzas from Joe's Pizza or whatever it was, which is like where he worked in the film. I've been to the Joe's Pizza in Times Square, by the way. And they progressively got harder, but the music from the pizza delivery missions is embedded in the deepest part of my brain, and it just lives in there, and that's like my dial-up sound. But it was like, it's like one person. This is probably how actual pizza delivery is in New York, but it's like, I expect you, one person, to deliver pizza over the entirety of Manhattan, and you have to do it in like 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the music progressively gets faster as you do it, which like adds to your stress. And it like starts off real easy, but then it's like, you can't do too many flips because if you jostle the pizza too much, then it's like undeliverable. Which makes sense, but you're Spider-Man. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't control how much he's flipping around when I'm... Anyway, there was a lot of tension and a lot of rage to be had about the pizza delivery missions. To this day, it is still the thing that I refuse to do. Playing the game, thinking about the game, go look up the pizza delivery music. And And I think it's like, how people play Coconut Mall from Mario when they're like supposed to be doing activities and like doing them quickly and like at a certain speed. Play the pizza delivery music for a certain age range of people, like around my age and slightly older, and it gives all of us a trauma response.
I'm trying to find it. It's like,
Yeah, it is something else.
oh, there it
He's
is.
dancing. He's dancing.
Yeah, I kind of
He's
like
moving.
this. Let's bring
It's
it
like
up. Can I bring it up? Will it trigger you too much if I play it?
I mean, I guess we're gonna see. You're gonna see me like awaken like the Winter Soldier. That's like a code word.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
cutscene.
wake up, bro! It's 2004, and you just destroyed the pizzas. Is so good in the recommended videos.
Keep it up, and there will
Yeah.
always. My pizza. Thank you very much.
There it is. Dude, I didn't play this game, but I would play the crap out of this just for the music. I love this. This should be
Yeah,
our
but
new music.
it's fun. No, it's all fun and games until you're doing it, and you're stressed out of your mind, and you're somewhere halfway across Manhattan running in traffic with a pizza backpack. No, it's not fun. I get that you think that it's funny, but it's not funny. Look at it. The time is running out. The clock is running down. He is accelerating.
22. Let's see if he makes it.
I don't know if this
20,
person's gonna make it.
19,
Look, you run into
18.
buildings. Yes, this is a thing. This
15, 14,
it's blinking.
13. Lower West
There's no
Side.
shot. No, there's
Oh, I
no
don't think
shot
he's gonna
because you
make
always
it.
you run into a building. That's always what happens.
No, he's not gonna make it.
No shot. This person's about to make it.
Oh, he did make it. He did it.
Actually turned out to be pretty good this
Dude,
time.
that was a
Pizzas were
buzzer
delivered
beater
on-
if I've ever
Yo!
seen one.
That was a perfect speed run if I've ever seen one. I always failed because I always hit a building or something, and then there's just not enough time left.
Yeah, so yeah, surprisingly did not play. I didn't play that game. Had a PlayStation 2, but I only played sports video games. I didn't
That's fair. Like that was a good era for sports video games too. But
Yes, MVP baseball 2004 or yeah,
Mhm.
2004. Albert Pujols was on the cover of that one.
there was
NASCAR,
like
I played
there was
NASCAR Chase
MLB
for the Cup.
triple play.
Triple play. Luis Gonzalez was on the cover one year. Randy Johnson,
I
I
think
think
I
was on
had
the cover
that
another one.
version. There was the like Madden like 03 to 05 was a good. You can get that game. You can get Spider-Man 2 for $19.95 on eBay right now if you still have a console.
So I have a PlayStation 2. I got rid of my PlayStation 2 a while ago. Like
I still have mine.
I just I was like cleaning my bedroom one time. I was like, what do I do with this PlayStation 2 that I haven't touched in 5 years? And I just tossed it in the trash. I was like, I don't want to see it anymore. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone, dude. It's gone.
No, that's not okay.
So I didn't know anybody to give it to. I was like 10 years old at that point. I was like, I don't know what to do with you.
You're just I threw my red flag across the room, but I would get it back out if I could. I'm exasperated by your conduct in this episode.
This episode is Jordan her fuse is about to run out on me today.
Yeah, I'm just appalled.
You've known each other for
Behooved.
quite a while now. And I've never seen Jordan this dumbfounded by my actions.
Yeah, we've hit this breaking point apparently. Just you and I are not going to be friends now. Sleep with one eye open.
Oh no. No. And then the Spider-Man music starts playing.
Yeah. If you're down a dark alley and you suddenly hear the Spider-Man music playing, just know.
Which was here's before we move on and finish out the show, about 10 minutes left. Which was more annoying? The pizza delivery missions or the pigeon missions from the most recent Spider-Man games?
They are not identical twins, but fraternal twins. In my mind, they are very closely related. They exist on the same perhaps opposite ends of the wavelength, but of the same spectrum. I'm gonna say the pigeon mission because pigeons are autonomous and they fly. Pizzas are stationary, but you still have to watch out for buildings, which was like the biggest thing. So
Watching you try and chase down these pigeons for like an hour straight on a stream was just
I did though. We caught
gold.
them all.
You
We caught
crushed
them
it.
all.
Yes.
We did. That was back in my streamer era. You can find that. That's still up on my TikTok and stuff. I contemplate taking that down, but there's really some good content in there.
I did my own. I bought Miles Morales a while back. Played
I
through
thought you were
that.
gonna say you bought pigeons. I was like, Richard.
Can you imagine? I just dropped that in on the
It's
show.
like, anyway, the other day I went to the store and bought 12
What?
live pigeons.
Bought
Anyway.
some pigeons to go full Mike Tyson. They're chilling on my porch.
Yeah, this is Pidgey. This is Herbert.
Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto. Oh my
Pidgey.
God. Pidgey.
I'm sure Pokemon reference for the episode, everybody. But yeah, I played Miles Morales. Great game. And they have the same exact mission in that game too. And it's the same exact guy who continues to lose his damn pigeons.
Howard.
That you have to yes, that you have to chase
Put
down.
some respect on Howard's name. Yeah. Don't you dare besmirch the name of my good friend Howard.
And luckily it wasn't like you had to do like dozens of them. It was like I only had to do like 4 or 5 and that was it. And I was like, oh, thank God.
4 or 5? There were like 12. There was at least a dozen.
Yes.
There was at least a dozen in the Spider-Man game.
I chose the right game to play. I wish I don't have a PlayStation 5 and neither do you, I know. So we can't play Spider-Man 2, which looks incredible. Got good reviews. So we can't play that unless they like
I know.
unless they put out a PS4 version at some point in time, which maybe
Yeah. I'm just preparing sometime soon to have to break into my bank account and upgrade, but I'm not there yet.
Neither am I. All right, we have one last.
I'm an adult, but I don't have that much disposable income.
We have one last. Speaking real quick, I did not realize this. 4K Blu-ray players are like $300 each.
What?
Yeah, crazy.
So it's no, you
more
don't need that.
Yeah, it's more affordable. More affordable if you want a 4K Blu-ray player to go and get a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting a 4K Blu-ray player, because I was like looking into getting one.
Be honest with me. Were you looking into this for Oppenheimer?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Did I just get bingo? Please tell me I just got bingo.
Bestie, you might have just got bingoed.
Yes! But that doesn't count though, because you baited me into it and I didn't say the name.
No, you brought it up of your own volition that you were investigating 4K Blu-ray. This is a really unflattering angle of me. Whatever, I'm counting it.
All right, I'll play the sounder.
I'm counting it. Suck it.
Here comes Julie. Anyway, moral of the story. 4K Blu-ray players are expensive. It's ridiculous. You used to be able to get a regular Blu-ray player for like $100, but not anymore. What just happened?
Aren't they just making everything Blu-ray nowadays? What is Blu-ray? I'm like such an old person that's like, what is Blu-ray? Is it a DVD or is it not? Does it have the movie on it? Because that's really what I'm going for here. I don't care if it's blue.
You've broken me. It's really hard to get me to crack up like I am right now.
It's like, why do I care what color it is? Does it play the movie or not?
Oh, is the Red Bull kicking in finally? I feel.
Yeah, I think you could be the judge of that. I think it might be there. We're in peak form right now. This is what peak performance looks like.
We need Red Bull Jordan on the show every week because it's
Red Bull
chaos and Sue.
You ever had a Red Bull before? Because I had a Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Oh my God. Red Bull.
All right, back on track, everybody.
Are we ever really on track?
Nope, I don't think
Just
so.
being
Although
redirected towards the next track.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job in this episode overall.
I think so. Our statistics, I think we're now 3 for 7 of episodes that are roughly an hour in runtime.
Mhm.
We're getting better. We're getting better.
Yes, absolutely. One last note here that you made that I was very confused by because I've never heard of it. None pizza. Pizza. What the hell? We're gonna edit that part out, ladies and gentlemen, because I can't speak. Just kidding. I'm too lazy to edit that out. None pizza with left beef.
None pizza with left beef. None pizza with left beef has a Wikipedia page, which I didn't realize. Our show notes for this episode was just the two, like someone would make a bullet point on the shared document and would put an item down, and then the other person would just put what with a bunch of question marks, and then the original poster would put like what, like in response to the what. And it was basically just us like throwing question marks at each other on this Google document. But none pizza with left beef. I feel like I should just read. Can I just read the Wikipedia page? None pizza with left beef on October 18th, 2007. This is such like a Dateline episode. There was a person that was this was posted on an internet blog, which is 2007, but it was like the early days of pizza customization on like a website, and I think this was Domino's, but it was, you know how you can go on there and be like, I want extra cheese, I want pepperoni on the right half or on half or whatever, I want sausage on half. There's also a none option for apparently most categories. I don't know if it's still like this, but at the time of this post, there was a none option for every category. And in addition to ordering a perfectly normal pizza, this person ordered a 6-inch pizza with no sauce, no cheese, and beef only on the left side of the pie. So it's just cooked pizza dough with sausage on the left side. Do you have a picture? Oh, he's on the wiki.
Yeah, it should be on here somewhere, right?
So they also show the original order ticket, which is where all the none happened. But this is how the pizza arrived. And it's just cooked flatbread with pieces of beef on one side of it. And it went viral, as things do on the internet. And
my favorite part of this here, it's going to be kind of tough to read if you're watching us, but it says cooked flatbread with several pellets of beef haphazardly scattered around.
Say that word again.
No, I'm not. Nope. No, you can say it.
It says no. He says no. Haphazardly.
Yes.
Yes. I thought you were gonna for a minute thought you were gonna go like haphazardly. I was like, no, Richard. It's Tupperware. Yeah. Also important to note that happened in 2007, which makes that 16 years old now. That meme just turned its sweet 16, which makes me feel really, really old.
I had no idea it existed until this week. So learn something every day. All right, we have 6 minutes left on the show. This is great. We might get under an hour this week.
Maybe.
Jordan,
you're on your last point here. You go. Run.
You teased me before the show about I'm not going to do the meme because we're going to run out of time, and that meme came and went. It was gone it was a 48-hour meme that the internet was obsessed with, and then it went.
It does seem like it kind of vanished.
So we can move on from that. And we're talking about Sydney Sweeney, everybody. Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
So you teased me before the show that you have a 1 hour Jesus Christ. Follow us, everybody. 1 hour, one brain cell.
Unintentional promo.
OHOBC pod, everybody.
Yeah.
Save that right there. You have a one brain cell moment. What do you got?
Got it. I did. I had a one brain cell moment. I ran this by my mom earlier, so she knows what it is, but I was auditioning the material as one does with good stand-up comedy. I had a one brain cell about these two girls that I ran into at the grocery store today, which was, maybe 2.5 hours ago. This is very recent. There's a thing that's been floating around on TikTok. Even my mom has seen it, which means that maybe it stands fair chance the rest of the internet has seen it, but it's called like a sleepy girl mocktail or like a bedtime drink or something. You remember when like fancy water was a thing that people were like
Oh,
putting all of like
I
the
know. You
fancy
know what?
waters.
I know what I think I know what you're talking about because I think I saw on
Okay.
TikTok this the other day, like last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a sleepy girl drink or something, and you're supposed to put like tart cherry juice, which like some people do say helps them like go to sleep because I think it has like maybe a little bit of melatonin in it or something. Not a lot, but like tart cherry juice, some kind of flavored water, and then like magnesium powder, which certain kinds of magnesium, there's more than one, but they do, I think they're supposed to help you like go to sleep or stay asleep or something like that. I haven't dug into the evidence. I haven't done a lot of research on the topic. This is my broad general knowledge of it as it comes from seeing this video. And I saw this video like today, right? And then just like went down the rabbit hole on it and then kind of forgot about it. Was at the store and I was in the like supplements section. I was getting some Theraflu. I don't know if you can tell, but I got like a little bit of a sinus thing happening. But these two girls were very loudly next to me discussing buying forms of magnesium. And I look over at their cart and what do I see inside but tart cherry juice? And like the expensive kind too, first of all. But tart cherry juice and then like one of those like Poppy or Olipop, like the probiotic, prebiotic, like the gut health seltzers that are like flavored. I've never had one, but I heard they're good. Not a sponsorship. And then they were in the magnesium section. I was like, they're making the sleepy girl drink, and they're over there yelling about what kind of magnesium they're trying to buy. And they settle on magnesium citrate. Now, I don't know if this means anything to you, but there are multiple kinds of magnesium, as I said, and magnesium citrate, if you Google it, is I'm sorry for this visual. It's a laxative, essentially. It's not the kind that helps you go to sleep. It's the laxative kind. So these girls were about to mix tart cherry juice with probiotic gut health water and laxative powder. And I was like, girl, this is not about to help you go to sleep, but like it might knock you out, but you should stay close.
Issues.
You should stay close to a toilet. It was like they've accidentally cooked and created colonoscopy prep in their cart at Kroger.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because you nailed it. That was exactly the TikTok I saw was exactly that, and it was somebody who had like tried this, and they were like, I crashed, and then they were like, the next morning paid for it.
Yes, like just liquid.
Sounds awful.
Like in 20 years, these girls are gonna go in for their first colonoscopy or whatever it is. And the doctor's going to give them this thing and be like, have you ever used colonoscopy prep before? And they're going to be like, oh yeah, don't worry. We accidentally did that in college one time. And he's going to have, the doctor is going to have such a concern at that information. But I'm sad that I won't be there to see the immediate aftermath of what happened. But I really wish the best for those two girls. And I'm praying for you because it might be kind of rough tomorrow. Yeah. Prayers up. Thoughts and prayers
to those two girls from the 1 Hour Women Bracer podcast. We're almost under an hour. Let's do it. Follow us everywhere you can on X, on Instagram, on TikTok at OHAOBC Pod. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to not preheat your oven before putting in your frozen pizza. It makes it so much better. For Jordan, my name is Richie. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again next week. Enjoy the Super Bowl. If we have another episode, I don't really know. There's 30 seconds left in the show. I'm just
and also,
and making
if
stuff
you're
up.
Hearing this, if you're hearing this, wish Richie a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Richie.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.